Yo, what's up guys, it's Trevor. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I get measurements for my clothing and how you can get measurements for any piece you're making. First off, thank you for all the support on the first video. I plan on continuing making these type of videos to help people out. If you're ever interested in a certain topic and I haven't made that video yet, like how to find a manufacturer, etc., comment down below. I also have a new drop about to come out probably in the next 2 weeks. It's only a 2-item drop, but it's cut and sewn and every piece has had so much time go into it. Anyways, let's hop straight into the video and how I get my measurements. For this video, I'm not going to go super in depth and like crazy garments like pants or something that takes a lot of time, but hopefully within this video you guys can pick up certain methods on how I get my measurements and use those methods to make your own more unique pieces. In this video I'll show you guys how I get my shirt measurements. Shirts usually don't take a bunch of time since it's not too many measurements, especially if it's a simpler shirt. If you guys are making just a normal shirt, this video will definitely be a help. There's a bunch of different ways to actually get your measurements and I'm going to show you guys a few in this video. I use all these methods whenever I create a garment because right now I'm creating more cut and sewn custom garments than just a normal shirt or a normal hoodie. The second method is researching similar garments and stealing their measurements basically. If you don't know where to start with measurements, you can go to a wholesale website for a certain blank. For the first example, I'll be using Los Angeles Apparel. The LA Apparel 1801 is a very popular blank. A lot of brands use this. Brands that I know that use this is Ransom, Crypto, and I'm pretty sure Sicko uses this blank. If you head straight to their website, they have a bunch of products that you can actually get reference measurements from. I'll leave this specific link in the description below. All you want to do is click size chart. It's right here. And this actually brings up basically the starting measurements for your shirt. It includes basically the most important one, which is body length, chest width, and sleeve length. These are the most common measurements that you'll be using whenever you're making a shirt. You can find tons of videos online of people wearing this exact shirt and see how it fits and see what you'd like to change, or if you want to just use the exact same measurements, you can do that. There's a picture of a person wearing the shirt, and say I really like the fit of the shirt and I want to basically get something exactly like it, maybe just switch a few things. You can open back up your size chart, and in the previous video where I did a tech pack, you guys can get my page layout on my actual measurements. In this video I'll go from scratch and basically make a shirt with you guys. So since these actually already have the measurements laid out for body length, chest width, and the sleeve length, I'm just going to copy and paste these into my tech pack. First, my first point of measurement will be body length, and then I'll just copy and paste the exact measurements over into this tech pack. As you can see, they each go up by 1 inch. I forget the exact name for this way of doing measurements, but this is a pretty common way to do measurements, and it's really easy. If you only have like 2 measurements, let's say we have medium and large, there's an inch difference. If I want to find small, I just subtract an inch. If I want to find extra large, I add an inch to the large. And if I want to find 2x, I just add an inch to the extra large. This is an easy way to get measurements, and this usually applies to some measurements. I won't say all measurements of the shirt, but majority of the measurements of the shirt will go off this formula. And let's say I like this shirt, I like the whole fit and everything of it, but I want it cropped a little bit. I think it's a little too long in length, and you can just lower each size by 1 inch to 2 inches, however much crop you would want on it. And this applies for any measurement. If you want a tighter fitting shirt, you can lower the chest width, or if you want a more oversized fit, you can increase the chest. But I'm just gonna keep this as simple as I can for you guys. So boom, we already have the body length. This is one of the most crucial parts of the shirt because this will be the length of how far it falls or how short it goes. The next size that LA Apparel gives us is the chest width, which is also usually the second measurement I do in my tech pack. So we can just copy these measurements over into our tech pack, and just like that, we already have basically the 2 main measurements needed for a shirt. Like I said before, if we wanted a more oversized fit than the LA Apparel, which is already kind of oversized, you can just increase the chest width, and that would increase the width of the actual shirt part. Or if you want it more tight fitting, you can decrease those sizes. I wouldn't decrease by like 5 inches or something crazy per size. I would usually just do like probably around 1/2 inch to maybe 2.5 inches at the most, but it all depends on your garment. The next thing LA Apparel automatically gives us is the sleeve length, and if I look at these sleeves, I really like the fit of them, so I'm just going to copy the exact measurements. They fit right around top of the elbow on this person. Just like that, we basically have majority of the measurements needed to make a shirt. Like I said before, all the LA Apparel measurements go up by a certain amount. For the sleeve length, they each go up 2/8, so 2/8, 2/8, 2/8. For the chest width, they go up 2 inches, so 19, 21, 23, 25, 27. These are all going up by 2 inches. These 3 measurements are a really good starting point for your garment, but if you'd like more measurements, you can head to another blank website, and that is Made Blanks. As you can see on screen, I really like the way their shirts fit, and I've actually used them for my own brand before. If you head to their size chart page, you can see they have a neck opening, and they give measurements with that. So if you like the neck opening of the Made Blank, you can just copy those measurements and you have the neck opening for your shirt. And if you want it to fit tighter or looser on the neck, you can obviously add an inch, subtract an inch. But I'm just going to copy these exact measurements over, and that'll be another measurement for our tech pack. Unlike these other measurements that go up incrementally, this actually stays the same for medium and large, as well as extra large and 2x. They both have the same neck opening, and this just depends on the measurement. Certain measurements will change, sometimes they won't. On the Made website for another shirt called the Major T-shirt, They have the sleeve opening. We can just copy these measurements and we have the sleeve opening done. And for the neckband rib height, I usually don't change that. I would not recommend changing that per size. I'd keep that one solid number across the board. I'm gonna show you guys how to measure a shirt that you already have and you enjoy the fit of it. This method takes a little bit more time, but you can get the shirt down exactly how you want it to fit. This method doesn't really require anything but a tape measure or one of these. I prefer these more because they're not stiff. These help you find measurements that require curves. This shirt was actually a sample for my past drop. Ignore the design size and the messed up screen print. This was just a sample. For this particular sample, I used Shockware. Anyways, let's start on the measurements. It's not too difficult. You basically just figure out what you want to measure and you measure it. So let's say I want to measure the chest width. I can just put the tape measure across the chest right under the armpits. Starts with 1 and ends with about 25 inches. So it's about 25 inches in length. This is an extra large shirt. With other sizes, you can either subtract an inch, add an inch, depending on whatever size you're aiming for. And you can do that with any measurement that you get for this shirt. Let's say we like the length of the shirt and we want to measure the length. You can start the tape measure right near the neck and follow it straight down. This is not really straight. You could take more time with your garment, but as you can see, it comes to about 31 inches long in body length. You can add that measurement to your tech pack. Let's say I love everything about this shirt except the neckband height, which I personally don't like. It's a little thick for my liking. See, it's about 1.5 inches. I think that's personally a little too thick. If you did too on your favorite shirt, you can subtract whatever you want it to be. So I think about 1 inch would be perfect for what I'm going for. So you don't have to use every single measurement you find off your favorite shirt unless you really like the fit of it. You can also, with this method, find more complicated measurements that you won't be able to find online, such as the armhole or under the sleeve. And this is where a measurement device like this actually comes in handy over a stiff tape measure. You can curve it to the actual armhole and it's about 13 inches. I believe you can pick up one of these measuring tools for probably a couple dollars on Amazon or at Walmart. Any measurements you don't know, it's pretty easy to get once you have your favorite shirt. To compensate for the other sizes, you can add an inch, subtract an inch, except for measurements that would stay the same throughout all the sizes, such as the neckband rib height. That's how you can get sizes using your favorite shirt. I haven't found a blank website that'll actually supply you with the armhole measurement since it's not really a common measurement, but you can use an external program called Clo3D. It's kind of a pricey program and I still don't 100% know how to use it. But I did create this garment in the program. Clo3D is for like super professional people that make super complex garments, but you can also do simpler stuff in it. If you decide to actually get the program, I'll show you how to get measurements pretty easily. One good thing about the program is they actually give you measurements and it's like a real life measurement and they translate over perfectly. So you just spawn your character in, you go to garment and male t-shirt, and as you can see, this is the shirt deconstructed. You can get measurements for every single part of this shirt. Anything you change over here, which this is like your pattern, anything you change over here will change in Update 3D. So if I think this shirt is not boxy enough, I think it's way too tight fitting, I can come to this measurement over here, click on certain points and elongate them, and then simulate it once more, and as you can see, the shirt's fitting a lot looser. I'm not going to go too in depth in this program unless you guys want another video. I really don't know the program, so I'd have to learn it a little bit more, but using this program for measurements is super helpful. This ruler type looking thing, let's say you want to find the measurement of the length of this shirt. A lot of times it'll automatically just tell you. So if I hover right here, there's a dotted line that goes straight down. It says the shirt is 27.685 inches long. So if I really like the shirt length, I can just copy that measurement down, and you can change your actual avatar size to change sizes. And they also have an automatic size grading tool. I'm not too familiar with it, but there's also YouTube tutorials that you can learn how to do that with. This is also a super great tool on getting measurements and making custom garments. You can see what they look like before you actually pay for a sample. From now on, basically any garment I make and I want to test measurements and I have not yet sampled it yet, I bring it into Clo3D and I basically copy all the measurements that I have for it. For another example, let's say I really like the height of this neckband. I can find the neckband, which is right here, and zoom into it and bring out this. And if I click and then I click the bottom, that brings up a measurement. All you have to click is enter on your keyboard and then it'll bring up points of measurement, and then it's 0.63, and you can do this with any part of the shirt, literally anything. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more how-to videos and informational videos, comment down below ideas and I'd love to make them. Also, check out my new drop that's happening sometime soon. Drop a like on the video if this was of use to you. Follow my brand socials on screen. Subscribe if you're new. This has been Trevor and I'm out. Peace.